Okay. I think it's about time we have a serious discussion about a certain topic. And that topic is grape, uh, SA, you know, just assault, when it comes to men dealing with women. Okay. I was on TikTok and I'm scrolling and there was a woman doing a live stream and it was like a safe space for women. Nothing wrong with that. And she was talking about how to get out of a toxic, relationship or abusive relationship and how to have like not a seamless transition, but how to get yourself right and people you need to contact and things to do, where to, place your children at and, stuff like that. Nothing wrong with any of those things. But, and we need those conversations, women. So don't get me wrong. But what doesn't, I feel like, maybe I don't see it enough, but what I feel like doesn't get talked about enough is learning these signs before they happen, so that way you don't have to leave a toxic relationship or an abusive relationship. You can leave when you see the signs. You know what I'm saying? So oftentimes I see women online, whether it's YouTube, whether it's TikTok, whatever it is, right? And I hear women say things like, well, men need to stop teaching men how to grape. Men need to stop teaching men how to, harass and all this kind of stuff, right? When women say things like that, they're acting like men are teaching a course. Like there's a free class down there at the community center, at the community college, at the learning annex. Like, do you want to know how to assault a chick? Well, just come on down to the learning annex. At this address, we have refreshments, we have cookies and coffee and stuff like that. That's not what's happening. All right. Now, they could be saying, well, you're leading by example because you may do that to a woman and your child could see it and things like that. Okay. That's understandable. But here's something that I want people to also understand. Grape, murder, theft, all of these things, these were a part of the world long before any of us got here. Long before me or you got here. Long before your parents got here. Long before your grandparents got here. Long before your great. You could say great all day. You could be like Tony the Tiger. They're great. These things that I mentioned were a part of the world. And unfortunately, they're not going anywhere. So nobody is teaching anybody how to do these things. No man is teaching a child or teaching a teenager how to grape or how to assault a woman or how to snatch a woman up or any of that kind of stuff. So I wish women would stop saying things like that. All we can do is minimize it. That's all we can do. And it's really only so much of that you can do, right? I also hear women say, and I agree, listen, grape and stuff like that, that's one of those things that just wouldn't happen if men didn't do it. Can women grape? Yeah, but they're more like, it's more like with a child. They can't really do that with a grown man. You know what I mean? They can't, if they want sex from a man, they can't just go up and take it. Men can knock a woman upside her head, drag her somewhere, and have their way with them. And if men didn't do that, yeah, it wouldn't happen. But the thing about it is, it's gonna happen. Because it's not one of those things you can be like, well, men, just stop doing it. And men go, oh, wait a minute. All we have to do is stop doing it? Why didn't we think of that? No. Because you can say the same thing with crime. You can say the same thing with theft. It just wouldn't exist if you wouldn't do it. These aren't natural disasters. See, you can't do nothing about a hurricane. You can't do nothing about a tornado. You can't do anything about an earthquake. These are things that's going to happen. You can't do nothing. Only thing you can do is prevent it. Is okay, when this siren goes off, you know what's about to come, and you need to be adequately prepared. There's a hurricane coming. Here's how you prepare for that. But you can't stop it. Instead of teaching women how to escape a situation when it happened, how come we don't do more talking about, let's recognize these signs and get out of Dodge before it happens to you? Like I said, I'm not saying don't talk about these things. I'm not saying that these shouldn't exist. I'm not saying conversations like that shouldn't take place, because we're all human beings. We're hard-headed. Look, jail and prison don't seem like a very fun time. You're locked up. You got somebody telling you when you can go to the bathroom, when you can't, when to go to sleep, when to get up. Sometimes, depending on where you go, you still got to work a job. So I'm locked down, but I still got to work. But people do things all the time that get them sent there. So we're hard-headed. We're not going to always, sometimes you got to learn the hard way. I get it. But I remember I did a video, I did a short, I put it on TikTok too. Signs of an Abusive Man is what it's called. And I said, when a man is flailing his arms around, whenever he gets mad, I don't care if he loses in the video game, I don't care if he got in trouble at work, if he got fired, if he got cut off in traffic, if he comes home and flails his arms around like a damn child, and he's hitting inanimate objects that's going to hurt his hand, he is hitting walls, he's hitting doors. At some point, he's going to get tired of that, and he's going to want to hit something that's soft, that gives a whole lot more than a wall will, and he's still going to have the satisfaction of knowing that he hit something and he can see the damage. Because if he busts you in your eye, he can see you fall to the ground. He can get some kind of, like I said, some kind of gratification from that. Right? And for the most part, it got pretty good responses. Right? But there needs to be more of that. There needs to be more. Listen, when a man or a woman, but we're going to talk about women, when a man does this or says this, a lot of times this could happen. So you probably should leave. When a man is in, and listen, I understand too, human beings, we're very unpredictable. We're very, very, very unpredictable. You don't know what we're going to do. We can't write a playbook for life. We got the Bible. We got all this stuff that you got videos on. You got videos like I'm making that teach people about the things that we learned. And it still seems like it's not enough. Because people are unpredictable. I understand. Right? But we have to be able to, there are still signs and things that, there are things like even animals. Animals have instincts. People say all the time we shouldn't judge and things like that. And I hate that. If animals have an instinct that, even if you go over your friend's or your girlfriend's house or whoever's house and they have a dog, something about you that dog just don't like. It's afraid of you. It don't want to come near you. You don't mean it no harm. You just want to pet the damn dog. But it senses something about you that it just does not like. Well, if we are over animals, if we lord over animals, if we have logic and reason, why can't we do that? So I hate when people say don't judge and do all that. No. But what people mean is don't be presumptuous and don't act like you know somebody because they're in a bad situation or whatever. Don't just categorize them as a bad person or whatever because, whatever, you don't like how they talk or, stuff like that. But we should all judge. And human beings, even though as unpredictable as we are, we give off certain signs and certain tales that let you know we up to something. My dad always told me he don't like people who talk fast. And because of that, I don't really like people who talk fast. He said, because I feel like you're trying to get one over on me. You just come up to, hey, what's up, man? You trying to run some shit by, somebody right quick and hope that they don't catch what you said. You keep on talking. That's a tale right there. we do things, when we're nervous, we have like comforting, like when you see those police interrogation breakdowns and stuff like that, people cross their arms, and kind of like, something might kind of rub themselves or whatever. These are like self-comforting things. And detectives and people like that, they pick up on stuff like that. That's their job because they've seen it so much, right? So we have to learn these signs. We have to teach. And I've said this plenty of times. That's a problem with women. They just don't teach younger women. They want you to go through something and suffer before, then they'll tell you how to get up out of it. I understand if you told somebody something and they do it anyway, that's on them. But some women are very hesitant and just don't want to teach younger women how to maneuver. Girl, if a man doing this, if he say this, if he always, if he a teacher and he get off work at 9:30, he probably out there messing around on you, with something like that. They just don't want to tell little stuff like that. That could help women because, like I said, none of these things are going away. Rape, assault, murder, they're not going anywhere. So quit saying, stop teaching it. Nobody's teaching it. And quit saying, well, just don't do it. That's not going to happen. Okay? Even when you drive, they have defensive driving. The things that you do in your car could protect the person driving behind you. That's why we have stoplights and stuff like that and stop signs. It ain't just, when you feel like it, stop. And when you want to keep going, just keep on going. No, stop your ass right here. These folks are going, okay? Now y'all stop. Now you come on, okay? Now y'all stop. Now you bring, okay? Now these people going to turn. It's not just do what you feel. There's rules to the road. There's rules to help minimize, there's signs and speed limits and stuff to minimize accidents. But it's up to us to read those signs and know what they mean. That's why they teach you what this sign. This sign means don't turn left right here. This sign means don't pass. This sign means this. This sign means it's a hill going up. This sign means you can't see it's a hill. This sign means brake because you're finna go down a hill. Don't go at, I know it was just 55, but don't go 55 down here. That's why the sign changed from 55 to 35. There's an incline or a decline, excuse me. So we need to have more conversations on how to see this stuff coming so we can minimize it. Because I don't think it's minimalized as much as we have to optimize it. It's not fully optimized just yet. And I think the last thing, and I'll leave it with this, we have to learn to stop letting people get away with stuff because they're attractive or we're very attracted to them or we're just desperate, down bad, whatever you want to say. And I'm going to say this for men. Men, I don't care how fine that woman is. I don't care how big her booty is, how big her breasts are. I don't care if she sucked your dick like it's candy in it. I don't care if she can suck the chrome off a trailer hitch. You leave that woman alone the second you feel like she's disrespecting you or not acting how you want her to act. You got to be man enough to leave that hoe alone. Don't try to change her. Don't try to, we all know if somebody's treating us bad. Ain't no such thing as, well, I grew up and I don't know. No, because if I walked up to you and offered you $100, you know that that's good. If I walked up to you and said, can I kick you in your ass? You know that that's bad. It's going to hurt. Right? At a job, a promotion is good. A promotion comes with more responsibility, a higher title, and more money. A demotion or getting fired is bad. But why? It's like when we deal with other people, we lose that. We gotta be better now. And women, I don't care how good the dick is. I don't care if he put it on you. I don't care if it's longer than 3 baby arms. I don't care what it is. You can't let a man treat you any old kind of way. If he's acting and moving the way that you don't like or that you're not accustomed to, then you need to leave before it gets to the point where he done dotted your eye so many times. Now I don't know how to leave because I'm been with him for years. That's how that stuff happens. I've been with him for years. You don't want that. So people, we have to start recognizing these signs and getting better at problems. Be proactive, not reactive. Okay? So that's where I'm going to leave it. I'd love to know what y'all think. Y'all, please let me know what you think. I know this is a long one. I ain't made a real long video in a while, but let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll catch y'all later. Thanks.